Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan here with your numerology forecast for August 2020. So let's begin by calculating your personal year number for the year. We do this by adding the month and day, or day and month, of your birth date to number 4. Why number 4? Because 2020 adds up to 4. So once again, we're going to add the month and day of your birth date to number 4, or day and month, whichever order you prefer to do it. Let me use the example, birth date, March 28th. We would go 3 for March, plus 2, plus 8, and then add that to number 4. Now the rule of thumb here is when you add your month and day of your birth date to number 4, keep adding those numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. Now, in our example for March 28th, that actually adds up to 17. And then we add the 1 and 7 together to get a single digit, which would give us a single digit 8. And that would be a personal year number 8. So once again, add the month and day of your birth date to number 4. Continue adding all of those numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. So if you end up with a double digit, add the 2 double numbers together until you get a single number between 1 and 9. Okay, and that single number between 1 and 9 is your personal year number for the whole year throughout 2020. So you'll want to remember it and keep it handy. Now, before I dive into each of the individual forecasts for August, for each of the individual personal year numbers between 1 and 9, I need to let you know that I am running my personality profile and 12-month forecast reports, 2 for the price of 1 for the month of August. Now these reports are extremely in-depth, extremely insightful and helpful, and they also have a month-by-month forecast for each of the 12 months to follow, from August 2020 right through to July 2021, as well as your full numerology blueprint, your soul's contract, your soul's journey through this life, complete with your personality traits, life lessons, challenges, opportunities for success. All types of information is in that report. It's chock-a-block. It's a DCOS personality profile report, and they're usually $25 for one. So they're $25 for 2 for the month of August. All you do is you go to my website, michellebuchanan.co.nz, click on charts and reports, click on the personality profile and 12-month forecast report. Even on that page, you can view a sample if you want to see what they look like before you purchase, and order your first one for $25 as per usual. And then when I send you that report, I will then ask you for the details for your free second report. All right, I'll leave that with you. It's a really good offer. Right, now I need to just do a little bit of a recap for the year 2020. Now remember, 2020 adds up to a number 4, so the whole purpose of this 2020 year for everybody on the planet, and for the planet itself, for planet Earth itself, this is a time, a year of recalibrating, readjusting, realigning, breaking down foundations that are no longer serving in order to build a new, solid, stable, clearer, honest foundation. Now this is just getting the wheels in motion, and the wheels in motion have begun even before this year, and the wheels in motion in creating this foundation is going to go on for many years to come outside of this 2024 year. This is just the year that is like the catalyst that's really getting things, really getting things happening, really pulling the scab off the wound, if you like. So this is a time where it's really about getting those wheels in motion and getting things set up and ready to break down and create and build and rebuild. So it's a rebuilding time, and it's going to require hard work and effort. It's not a walk in the park. It's not something that's going to happen at the blink of an eye, blink of an eye. It's an ongoing, long-term, step-by-step process. It's gradual, and it's going to require effort. But if we have that light at the end of the tunnel, we can get through, because on a deeper soul level, before we were even born, from a soul purpose, we chose to come here and all be a part of this. So as hard as it is, and as challenging and as crazy as it is, we signed up for it on another level. So remember that. Now, we wouldn't have done that if there wasn't a possibility for us to be able to make it through. So remember, we have a lot of tools at our fingertips to help us get through any challenge that we may find ourselves in. And these tools, they can be ancient wisdom, the system of numerology, the system of astrology, understanding archetypes, understanding the spiritual truth of yourself as a spiritual being. I just recently, actually, here's a little tool that can help you to get through this crazy time in life, and self-awareness and a greater understanding of the universe and life itself. I joined Gaia.com. I did the free trial. I think it was for a week. I did the free trial for about a day and thought, oh man, this is brilliant. This is definitely a bit of me. I'm going to sign up for the whole year. And I did that, and it was good because it's part of my business. It's part of the work I do. So it was a business expense for me as well. But it was definitely money well spent. I'm watching it all the time. Absolutely loving it. It's a mind full of information. I don't watch the news. I glance through headlines just to have my finger on the pulse so I know what's going on out there, but I don't read into the details, and I understand that all is not what it seems to be, and I understand the bigger picture of what's going on beneath the scenes as well, so it's all good. So I don't waste my time watching and filling my mind with coronavirus and news and drama. I just fill my heart and soul with Gaia and information and wisdom that can empower me and help me to feel like I can get up each day and still have a good day despite what's going on around me and what's going on in the world. So that's another little handy tool, Gaia.com. Other tools are things like Hay House Radio, free podcasts, websites, authors, teachers, anything like that that sort of tickles your fancy. You've got Facebook groups and Instagram pages, Mind, Body, Green. Unify is a really good collective Instagram, Facebook group that are all about raising the collective consciousness on the planet. They have a range of amazing, outstanding, world-leading speakers, and so on and so on. So, grasp all the tools you need to get yourself through, because this is a time of enlightenment, and the new age is about a new age of awareness, raising our level of awareness, raising our level of consciousness, so it doesn't matter what's going on around us. We can see the bigger picture. We can rise above, and we can work with it, and we can work together as a team, raising the vibration of the planet, which in turn raises our own individual vibration. The more we learn, it's funny, everything that we experience and learn goes into the matrix, the grid of all that is. And when we learn and we grow and we heal, we're helping the whole. So, that's another incentive to get your shit together, another incentive to grow and to learn and to raise your level of awareness, and don't stay in the lower realms and the lower levels just because you're too lazy to go, to take a step up. Have faith, have trust. This is the time. And that's part of that 4-year this year. Is about a new foundation based on a higher truth. And the higher truth is we're all connected. We're all one. We're all energy. This is an illusion in terms of we think this is the be-all and end-all. And of course it feels like it is, because this is us as human beings living on Earth right now. And it feels like it is because that is our reality in the physical world. But there's another reality that's even more real that we can't see. And that is a little bit out there, a little bit down the rabbit hole, a little bit woo-woo. But it's who we are, it's what we are, and it's real. And that information is coming to the surface so that it eventually becomes mainstream knowledge like it was in ancient times. Everything I'm talking about used to be normal before organized religion and corruption and manipulation and all the rest of it, blah, 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 and the 1% and all the bullshit. But remember where you came from. That is your point of power. All right, and this is a great year to start getting into all of that, because medication and money and grasping a hold of physical material things are not going to carry you through at the end of the day when all of that is, when those things are no longer possible to grasp a hold of. You're going to need to find peace, happiness, contentment, satisfaction, comfort and healing and love from within, without any of those things from outside of you. And this is a perfect place to start and the perfect way to go about it. So that 4-year, get down to business. It's a time for us to dig deep. We've got it in us to get through. Now let's have a look at our own individual forecast now for each of the individual personal year numbers 1 through to 9, beginning with number 1. Personal year 1, just to remind you guys, this whole year is about you creating a whole new foundation for yourself personally, a new fresh start. For some of you, that will be very obvious in your physical world. For example, it may be a new job or job changes. It may be new relationships. It might be a new study program. Other people, it might not be so obvious in the physical world. Everything in your life might be exactly the same, but you've now created a new mindset, a new way of looking at the world, or a new health regime, or a new way that you live and that you treat your body, a new viewpoint, and this whole year is about getting you across the line into that new territory so that you're not the person you were this time last year. Now, the month of August for you is a 9 month, and that is all about out with the old to make way for the new. So here you are trying to create this new foundation and go about your business in this new direction, but there's still fine tuning to be done. There's still some, closure needed. There's still some finishing off, tying up some loose ends, some aha moments and realizations where the penny hasn't quite dropped, but it's in the process of dropping this month so that you can get it and then understand and file it away and put a big ribbon on it, a big bow, and say that's that period of my life gone, or that's that situation done and dusted, or that's that person or relationship sorted and taken care of and solved, or and you can put a big bow on it and move forward by the end of this month. And so take a look around, have a look and see, what do I need to tidy up, what do I need to finish? Some of you, it might be minor things like I've got to do a big spring clean in my home, or I've got to get rid of all these old things I've got lying around the house that I don't really need, but somebody else might really benefit from this. Give things away to where they might be needed. Downsize, and it's a good time to be downsizing in life anyway with all the changes that are going on in the world. It is a time to think less is more, to be satisfied with less, to know we don't need half the stuff that we have. So where else can it be put to good use? Also a month to be looking at unresolved issues with other people. Where do you need to bury the hatchet? Where do you need to forgive? What do you need to just let go of and go, look, let bygones be bygones, file it away as the past, let it go and release it and just move forward towards better things. Doesn't that sound nice? Even saying it has a nice feel and a nice tone and vibration to it, doesn't it? It feels light and it feels peaceful, and that's what we're aiming for you this month. So I'll leave that with you. Now, personal year number 2, you guys, the year for you is all about creating stability and balance in your life. Balance is a huge thing. Balance so that you don't lose your shit to whatever comes up. So, emotional balance, learning what your triggers are, what causes you to lose your emotional grounding, what takes you out of alignment, what causes you to stress, and what do you worry about unnecessarily. Most of the time it will be, the 2, you're going to feel hypersensitive, so you're going to feel more activated emotionally than you normally would. So if that's in the positive and it's exciting and it's in love, a love space and a happy joy thing, you're going to feel really elated and high. If it's worry and anxiety or heartache, the emotions will be amplified in that direction also. So just know that you are hypersensitive. Your emotions are peaking this year. For those that are finding it a bit challenging, don't think you're losing the plot and you're losing your mind and you're going to now end up being a very down, depressed sort of emotional person. It's only a period of time that you're going through, and there's a reason for it. You're made hypersensitive in a 2 vibration so that you can feel things more clearly. The more you feel, the more you see and notice things about yourself. Why is this hurting me? What is the root cause of this? What is my ego telling me here? What are my wounds? Where do they come from? How do I heal them? Are they real? Are they an illusion? Is this really true? It's bringing all these things to the forefront so that you can know yourself better and you can work stuff out and heal and fix and balance and then be in alignment. You see, so that's now the month of August is a 1 month for you, which is actually about new beginnings and new opportunities. So especially if you want to apply that to the 2 year in general, and new opportunities, be on the lookout for new opportunities that you can create ways of thinking, of living, of being, or opportunities where you can create harmony within yourself. So your own self-development and your own self-love and your own self-worth and your own positive mindset is key here. It's about get your mind right, get your life right. You see, it's about getting you right when you're good and you're balanced and you're holding your center and you're strong and courageous and faith and trust and positive and feeling strong and optimistic and feeling like you understand yourself and you understand and you can understand what's going on in your life and you can understand what's going on around you. You can begin to make peace with that. You can begin to accept the disorder. You can begin to accept the challenges and you can work through them and solve them and still be happy. You can be happy in the unknown. You can be happy in the mess. You can be happy in what feels like it's unfixable. You can be happy in challenges. It's all about shifting your mindset, your perception. And this is a time for those new mind thoughts, new processes, new ways of thinking and being and living and behaving are on display for you this month. They're there. You just have to tap into them. You just have to train yourself to recognize them. So keep your eyes open. Be in the driver's seat of your life. Take action. Green light for moving forward. It is. This can be quite a slow, dense, heavy year. And the 1 month of August for you is saying, hey, we're going to speed things up a bit. Let's put you in a bit of a positive space. There's definitely opportunity. There are green lights to move forward with projects. So if there's something new you want to begin, this is the time to do it. Be open-minded and proactive and positive. All right, so now personal year number 3. This year for you, remember, it's about realizing that you are a creative being. And everything you think, do, and say is an energy vibration that is magnetic and creative, and it's attracting situations, people, and experiences that will mirror exactly what you're sending out. So you need to be really aware of what you're sending out because you're getting it back. So the 3 year is about understanding, be careful of what you say. You know, communication is important. Everything you say is an affirmation. So what are you saying on a daily basis? Are you talking about how bad things are? Are you talking about how difficult and how things aren't going to work out for you? Are you complaining about this and moaning about that and being critical about this? Because every time you do that, you're attracting more of it. So you're actually not doing yourself any favors. The 3 is about using that creative expression that you have for the positive. It's about understanding that you're a creative being and you can draw to you happy experiences. You can draw to you solutions, creative solutions to problems. You can draw to you joy, happiness, fulfillment, friendship. It is a time to try and go outside your comfort zone, to be a little bit more social, a little bit more active. And the month of August is a 2 month for you, and that's about you spending more time building on your self-confidence and your level of self-worth and your self-trust, getting yourself to a space where you know yourself so well that you back yourself up. You are your own best friend. You don't throw yourself under the bus. You back yourself up, you support yourself, and you become unified with everything that you are, and you stand in your full power and say, I love myself, warts and all, even for all my quirky, funny little silly things I do, or my challenging, personality traits. I'm still a good person. I'm still doing my best. And it's about you really building on your self-confidence and your self-trust and your self-love. It's also about a time where you may be trying to figure out ways to create harmonious relationships with others. So whenever there's a 2 involved, it's about relationship issues that have been brewing beneath, or issues that have been brewing beneath the surface with others will rise to be addressed this month. So if there's any bickering or any little niggly things that are going on, or issues that have to be resolved with someone that are getting swept under the carpet, they may come to the forefront this month to be ironed out. So don't be afraid of that. Look at it as a great opportunity to clear the air and to base things on a solid foundation. This is also a month about you finding your own internal balance. Getting strong within yourself that nothing can shake you. It's about you spending time nurturing yourself, loving yourself, being kind to yourself, being kind to others, being understanding of others, understanding towards yourself, cooperative, nurturing, loving. Okay, peace, harmony, and mung beans. All about for August for you. So moving on now to personal year number 4. This is a month where, well, this is actually a year where you are in alignment with the universal year number. So whatever number the year is in, or the universe is in, or the world is in, so are you. You get a double dose of that because that's your personal year number also. So the 4 years about you putting in hard work and effort to get yourself and your life where you want it to be, or where it needs to be for you to be in balance and happy and content. So whatever that takes, this is a year to put the groundwork in and do it, put the effort in and do it. And the month of August is a 3-month, and that is about you getting out and about more. It's about you choosing. You have to deliberately make a conscious decision to try and see the glass half full. This is a time to try and be positive, to try and see the light through the trees, to try and have faith, and to try and make an effort to actually dare to believe that there are solutions to problems, that things can work out, that things can get better. Because the 3 is a very creative vibration, and it's amplifying whatever you believe. And whatever you believe this month, it's going to draw and attract more of that to you. So make sure that you believe that good things can happen. Make sure you believe in yourself, that you believe in life. Don't buy into the bullshit of what's going on in the world, that can make you that you can be unhappy now. You can still find happiness in any situation. It's all about how far you are willing to stretch yourself and your perception into believing that you can be happy, complete, and content. The perfect place to start is to be less entitled, more humble, and being happy with less. Finding simple things to be happy about is a perfect place to start. Not crying over spilt milk and what was lost, but focusing on what you still have and what is still possible. A great time to have conversations that enable things to be better understood. So communication is key. Make sure you're clear in your communications this month. Make sure that you make an effort to have those conversations, even if they might be awkward conversations where things need to be said, to clear things up, to provide solutions to problems, to provide information that may be withheld, so that things can be understood, better understood, and then on a better foundation moving forward. So I'll leave that with you. Now for personal year number 5, let's move forward for you. And this year for you, this year is an all over the show year, and it is for everyone anyway because of the craziness in the world. But for you personally, it is a year of progress, movement, and change, where your life may be sort of going in a different direction. And for some people that will be very obvious, and it'll be like, hell yeah, my life is totally going in a new direction. And for others, it's just a minor little glitch in the system where everything's the same and there's a minor shift or change in something small. Everyone's different. It all just depends on your own personality profile or your numerology blueprint as to how much of an impact that will have. It's based on all the other numbers in your chart. But for most people, it's about change, and it's about being adaptable and going with the flow and finding ways to adjust yourself to accommodate whatever environment you're in, and to know that the environment will change, but when you change with it, it's less dramatic for you. So move with the flow. Don't cling to what is old. Don't cling to what is gone. Move with the system. Be a chameleon. And the month of August is a 4-month, which is saying, slow down. You've got to be patient this month. So this month is where the first thing you need to know is slow down. Don't force things to happen. Don't get all worked up and freaked out if things are delayed or there are obstacles that need to be overcome before you can get to the end result that you're craving. Be patient. Be tolerant. That's what this month will teach you. It'll also teach you about being persistent and not giving up and pulling it out of the hat and digging deep. Do what needs to be done to get things sorted out, to get where you want to be, to create a solid foundation, to fix problems, to know that with effort, consistent effort, hard work, and practical action, you can get where you want, but you have to be patient and tolerant and consistent, all right? And discipline. Discipline is very important this month. But don't force things to happen, otherwise they just won't work out, and that will be even more frustrating for you. So we certainly do you're experiencing any more frustration than you need. So try and bear that in mind. So personal year, let's move on to personal year number 6 now. And for you guys are in a 6 year, and the year of the 6 is where there is a strong focus on the personal relationships around you, with family, with friends, with neighbors, with work colleagues, with the community, with clients, with partners and love relationships. You know, it is a year overall where you are being asked to accept the imperfection in yourself, in others, and in the world as a whole. Life isn't perfect. No one's perfect. You're not perfect. Accept it. Let go. Move on. Don't keep crying over spilt milk. You know, perfectionism is not your friend. It's your biggest enemy in this year. So, you know, let go of the perfection. Let go of everything needing to be just right before you can be happy. You need to find a way to be happy with things not just right. You need to make peace with the mess. But you also need to understand that family, relationships, other people, and our connections with other people are more important than anything. And there are going to be times this year where you are going to be asked to, you know, put others before yourself, to be a shoulder to cry on, to lend a helping hand, to do the right thing. And that's just the way it goes. You know, universe knows what it's doing. God knows what he's doing. There will be more opportunity down the line for you to pick up where you left off, or what you had to put on hold for your own personal projects and things you've been working on. It's a tricky year, actually, because it does combine being of service and being there for others at the same time as creating a solid boundary of balance within your own limits and boundaries, so that you know, in terms of your own self-empowerment, and that you find that equilibrium and that balance between giving and receiving. That if you are helping, that you're not over-helping, that you're not enabling, you know, and you'll find all these things out as you maneuver your way through the year. Relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface will definitely rise to be resolved. You won't be able to escape those things, and that's good. You know, it's a good thing. It's good because it's all energy, and energy needs to come to the surface. You can maybe hide things by not talking about them and pretending they're not there, but they're alive, they're an energetic vibration, and they will manifest into physical form and need to be addressed at some stage. So that'll just happen in its own natural way, and your job is to do your best in maneuvering your way through it when it does, with positive cooperation and understanding, a positive mindset, being cooperative and understanding of other people and yourself. Now, the month of August is a 5 month for you, because 8 and 6 is 14 and 1 and 4 is 5. So it's a 5 month for you, and that is about change, progress, movement, and change. Things may come from left field that you didn't see coming, especially in relationship, and especially in terms of, you know, family relationships, community, work, that kind of stuff. So just know, life knows what it's doing. Something comes from left field, it was meant to happen. Your job is to adapt to it. Your job is to adjust yourself so well and become a chameleon that it doesn't matter what is presented to you. You can ride that wave. You can make your way through because you're adaptable. And how do you be adaptable? By not holding on to what was too tightly, going with the flow, living in the moment, not living in the past, and being able to let go of any hopes, any sort of ironclad desires you had of how things must be in order for you to be happy. It's like, you've got to be more flexible with that, man, because times are changing. Don't hold on to, but that was my dream and it must turn out this way for me to be happy. It's like, find ways to be happy if that doesn't happen. That's how you become empowered. You become empowered, and you can maneuver your way through and be adaptable by just having faith that you can handle whatever comes your way. That's my number one prayer in life. I'm not praying. When I pray every night and every morning, I'm not praying for things like, please can I have this money, and please can I have that opportunity, and please can I have that thing. I'm praying, number one, dear God, universal source of all that is, guides, angels, helpers, family of light, all those who work with me, ascended masters, Archangel Michael, whoever it is, bloody Nana Bradley, whoever the hell you are out there that's working with me. First of all, thank you for the wisdom you give me and the knowledge I receive to help me make sense of this crazy life and my crazy self, and just be happy and positive. Thank you. That's my greatest gift in this world. Otherwise, I'd be long gone. I would have jumped off the harbour bridge years ago, trust me. But I haven't. I'm here. So thank you for your guidance. Secondly, please give me the strength, the ability, the courage, the perseverance, the patience, tolerance, faith and trust to be able to handle and get through whatever comes my way. I've had so much shit in my life. That's my number one mantra. Please just give me the ability to get through whatever comes my way, because that's my goal. If I can do that, then it doesn't matter. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. You know, that's how you get to a place of empowerment, knowing that you've got enough faith and trust and courage and strength and initiative to get through whatever comes your way and to not be afraid of the unknown. And so this month of August can be a very exciting month for you. Things can come from left field, exciting things, and for some people challenging things. But don't let it shake you. Don't let it take your power away, and don't be in fear. Think of it as an exciting new opportunity. Whatever changes you need to make in your life, make them now. This is a month, a green light to go ahead with change. Okay? Right, let's move on now to personal year number 7. And you guys, this year is a year of going within, so mostly. So the whole year, you know, you're out in the physical world, you're a human, you've got a job, some of you, you've got family, friends, life goes on. So you're out in life, but there's a lot of internal stuff going on, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in terms of your personal growth, your personal awareness, your spiritual beliefs, your faith, your confidence, your perceptions about yourself, recognizing your limiting beliefs. Your demons might be coming to the surface, your ego might be going nuts, your shadow side might be presenting itself loud and clear, and there'll be times where you're going, what the hell is going on? And really, the only way you can make sense of it and really maneuver your way through is by giving yourself enough space and time. Quiet time alone, away from gadgets, phones, people, TV, distractions, addictions, away from everything that distracts you, so that you can just be in silence and peace and quiet with yourself alone, especially if it was in nature. Wow, that would be amazing. All right. Time alone so that you can process and make sense of what's going on, so that you can have these realizations. You can have these aha moments. This information, your soul can't speak to you when you're busy. Your soul speaks to you in the silence and in the peace. So, you know, this whole year, make time to be in quiet and solitude, even if it's just locking yourself in the bloody toilet or the bathroom for 15 minutes and just breathing and centering yourself and talking to your higher self and saying, show me the answers and the next logical step from how I can get from where I am here to where I want to be, or how to fix this problem, or how to get through the situation, or how to create this opportunity, or how to manifest the outcome I want. You know, spend some time alone, connect with mind, body, spirit materials, you know, fill your heart and soul with wisdom and information that makes your heart sing. Get out in nature, focus on your health and well-being. And the month of August is a 6 month for you, and there is a focus on the relationships in your life, the people around you, work, colleagues, family, friends, neighbors, the community, love relationships, children. Be there for those who need you. Be a shoulder to cry on. Offer assistance where it's needed, yet still maintain your own personal power. You know, stand up for yourself. Say no where you need to say no in a loving and diplomatic and cooperative kind way, but being assertive at the same time. It's about being of assistance, but not being an enabler. So helping, but not over-helping. Assisting, but not enabling. You know, also relationship issues that are brewing beneath the surface will rise to be resolved. Don't be afraid of that. Whatever is brewing beneath the surface needs to come up to be sorted out. So sort it out. You know, life knows what it's doing. Things will come up at the right time. Don't waste that opportunity and sweep it under the carpet or run away or lie. Be honest. Speak your truth. Iron things out. Create a more harmonious connection based on truth and honesty, as opposed to lies, deceit, and fear. You got this. Personal year number 8, you guys are in a whole year where there is a big focus for you on, you know, on one hand, you know, for some of you it may be to do with work, career, finances, that sort of thing. And for some of you that is something that is there. Legal matters, business matters, property, you know, all kinds of things fall under the 8. But most importantly, more so than anything, this year is very important in terms of you stabilizing yourself from within and creating a space, creating a foundation within yourself of self-empowerment and strength. And that means learning more this year about what your fears are. Where do you lose your power? What disempowers you? What limiting beliefs have you got? What addictions have you got? What worries and fears have you got? Those disempower you. What negative thoughts do you have about yourself? That disempowers you. You know, and bringing that stuff to the surface so that you can really see it in front of you in black and white, what you're afraid of, what's holding you back, so that you can learn to make peace with that and overcome it. So you can integrate those fears and go, of course I'm afraid of that. Rightfully so. This, and this. And I'm a human and I'm doing my best. But I understand that they're not real. It's illusion. And the more power I give it, the more real it will be in the physical world. But in the energetic world, I can override this. I can integrate with this. I can embrace this. I can learn from this. I can overcome this. I'm strong enough, and that's what empowers me, and that's what I can do. And the 8th is about you really learning about your own inner strength and becoming a powerhouse that nothing can shake you. Being so balanced. No more of these high, low, lows and being swept left, right, and center, like being in the spin cycle of a washing machine by life or by people or by situations. You can hold your center. You can hold your integrity. You can hold your faith, no matter what presents itself to you. And so, you know, it's about being positive in your mind, and it's about knowing that 8 and you are an energetic being, and the 8 is a very powerful manifestation number with the law of attraction. So, you know, knowing your thoughts are alive, knowing that you are in the driver's seat of your life and you do have a say. Not of everything that happens to you, because a lot of what happens to us is karmic. It's part of our growth. It's part of a soul contract that we agreed to. You know, some circumstances and situations we're never going to see coming. We're not meant to remember them. We're not meant to know that they're coming. We're meant to just go through them and learn from them. But know that it's not so much what happens, it's how you perceive what happens and how you experience what happens that is your place of power. Now, it's okay to be in fear. It's okay to be uncertain. It's okay to worry, but not to let it overpower you, not to let it take you over. You know? And so it's about you finding ways to overcome your fears and to believe in good things coming and to dare to dream and to be self-empowered that way. So I'll leave that with you, and then I'll move on to the personal year number 9, and the 9 year is about out with the old to make way for the new. And it's a endings, completion and transformation year. So the whole year is saying, you know, I've got to let go of things. What's weighing me down? What have I grown out of? What am I still holding on to because I can't let it go? Is it a bad habit? Is it a fear or worry or a limiting belief? Is it a person or a relationship that's so unhealthy for me, but I'm clinging to it because I don't want to have nothing? You know, or I'm in this relationship because I'm afraid that the person won't survive without me, so I'm just staying there to prop them up. But then you're not really doing them any favours by staying there to prop them up, because they may need to be learning, they may need to learn to stand on their own 2 feet and become empowered within themselves, and therefore you're delaying their growth by keeping them in that holding pattern where they're not moving forward, you know. So whatever the 9 year is for you, you know, it's about you putting on your big girl pants or your big boy pants. It's about you expanding and growing up, so that by the end of the year, you're not the same person you were at the beginning of the year. You know, you've really grown, you've matured. It's the end of a 9 year cycle in preparation for a whole new beginning next year. There's a whole new 9 year cycle for you next year. So it's a very important year. It can be a payoff year with things you've been working towards, or it might be a goal, or it might be a hobby, or it might be a personality trait that you've been working hard to overcome, and you can really get it over the line this year. It can be a payoff year where things you've been working on in the past come to fruition, you know, and it can be a time of endings where things end so that new things can begin. But don't be afraid to let go. You know, life knows what it's doing, you know. You don't have to be holding on to summer because you don't want to go into closer to winter, you know. Summer's going to come back, remember? Up, down, what goes around comes around. You know, what goes up must come down. It's just the cyclic nature of life, and you've got to be flexible and adaptable and confident that you can get through. Now, this month of August is an 8-month for you, so there is, on one level, for some people, a focus on business, finances, and career. So don't overspend. Get your finances in order. Tidy up any legal matters or issues. Get that sort of side of things sorted. And some people may have job changes or job opportunities or job, issues. Other people, and everybody that's dealing with this 8-month, regardless of their financial, business, career situation, doesn't matter. We're all going to be experiencing, if you're in an 8-month and you're in a 9-year, you're all going to be experiencing a need to become self-empowered. So it's about learning this month what causes you to feel disempowered, what takes your power away, what disempowers you. Is it another person? Is it people? Is it situations that make you anxious and disempower you? Is it a fear, a worry? Is it a bad habit? Is it an addiction you've got that disempowers you and takes your power away, brings out the worst in you so you can't move forward and be the best that you can be? And this month is about you knowing yourself and knowing your triggers and knowing what pumps you up and empowers you and inspires you and gives you hope and faith and strength and balance. It's about you finding your equilibrium, your balance, and noticing and recognizing what takes you off center, what causes you to lose your balance, so that you can know and identify what those things are and recognize those triggers and work towards healing them and fixing them and improving them when they occur in your life. It's about you getting strong, not being afraid, believing in yourself, having courage, and that's the most important thing for you this month. So no matter where you're at, I wish you the very best, and I wish everybody the best month you can possibly have for August, and I'll be back on the 1st of September for your forecast for that month. Take care and God bless, and see you later. Bye.